stealing and eating an avocado than falling asleep naked on the patio.
I'm Tony Kornheiser. I think I deserve a little credit for fitting through the doggy door.
Okay, somebody's got quite an imagination. That didn't happen. I don't believe a word of that. I don't believe a word of that.
Have you ever seen my dog? Have you ever seen Chessie? She's a pretty big dog. So you need a pretty...
as big as you.
No, but if you squint down,
I'm not
if you can just get your head in,
you know what I'm
I think you can get the rest.
That thing didn't say, Florida man.
Yeah.
Because that's what it always says.
They're all, yeah. Again, Florida Man Friday, all the great stories. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Drew Brees sets a record. The Red Sox blow out the Yankees, and could Le'Veon Bell end up on the Eagles? But we begin today with the New Orleans Saints jackhammering the Washington Redskins last night, 43-19.
Kill shot.
And you may not think this is a big deal, but even now, the Redskins lead the NFC East.
Not a big deal.
New Orleans is 4-1. Their other victories are over Cleveland, Atlanta, and the Giants. Not exactly murderer's row. Well, but how seriously should we take the Saints?
Well, okay. We're going to go, I think, for the first reference of the year to the power rankings.
Yeah, I guess.
In my case. And we're going to limit them to the AFC, to the NFC.
The WPI, the Wilbon Power Index.
NFC
Go.
only. The Rams have to be first. The
They're
Rams
what?
have to be first in the entire league for me. So Rams won. And then there's teams we're waiting on. We were waiting on New Orleans last night to see if they would handle their business at home against the Redskins. They did. We're waiting on the Bears to see what they do in Miami on Sunday. A lot of teams in flux in the NFC, but I'm going to say the New Orleans Saints, led by Drew Brees, are number 2.
So here's what I will praise the Saints for. Sean Payton knows how to set up an offense. His partnership with Drew Brees is not quite on the level of Brady and Belichick, but it's
third or fourth.
It's awfully close.
Yeah.
They've got in Ingram and Kamara, they got people who can run the ball. They got Michael Thomas who can catch the ball. In the game they lost, they scored 40.
They should have won that.
So what we worry about is the other side.
The defensive
is
we always do, every year.
What is interesting to me is the position we find ourselves in that I don't think either of us expected Minnesota, Green Bay, and Philadelphia have multiple losses at this point. And I didn't expect Atlanta to have capsized. So it's almost by default
number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2. But look, that division, we didn't mention Carolina, which is in their division.
That's right.
And they're going to have to deal with Carolina, and Carolina's only got a loss.
I'm going to give you the next 5 games the Saints have coming up. Now, just listen to these, okay? At Ravens.
L.
At Vikings.
L.
Rams.
L.
At Bengals.
They'll win one of those.
Eagles. That is murderer's row.
If they go 2-3 in those games, they'll be okay.
Yeah, that's
all right. But they got a tough division.
Yeah.
And the other teams in the NFC which may bubble up and surprise them. The game wound up being a Drew Brees testimonial since he eclipsed Brett Favre and Peyton Manning in passing yardage and got within one passing touchdown of 500. Because so many folks are incapable of assessing sports nowadays without statistical dependence.
That guy open? You think that guy's open?
The question today about Brees is where he stands compared to all the quarterbacks who've ever played. Tony, let's start with the 2 he passed last night. Do you have Brees on the same level as Favre and Manning? That would be P. Manning, not E. Manning.
No, I understand. I mean, I think that he has a comparable level of work. He has won 1 Super Bowl. Brett Favre won 1, played in 2.
Another.
Peyton Manning ahead.
1-2, played in
2, played in 4.
4. That's right.
So he's ahead. But Brees' numbers in the things that they did, touchdown passes, he's 9 behind Favre. He'll pass Favre. He's 40 behind Manning. He's ahead of everybody in yards. I think you can make a comparability case, but not with Tom Brady.
No,
another one of his contemporaries, not Tom Brady.
Not with John Elway. There's some other
I'm just talking about contemporaries.
Contemporaries, okay, fine. He's got a similar body of work as Favre. They can put him even if you want.
I think
and maybe Brees had fewer dramatic wins. Favre seemed to lead the world in those.
Different style.
But I'm not going to put him with Peyton Manning.
No, he's behind Peyton Manning.
He's won 2. And so
I'm just saying it's not a joke to make the comparison.
Look, I'm going to go back to last night. I mean, Drew Brees was great last night. His humility counts for me. What he said to his kids, and he said later that this is what he says to them every night before they go to bed. So it wasn't something specially made for TV that he told Lisa. I just like Drew Brees. I liked him in San Diego. I liked him better when he went to New Orleans and what he's done for that place.
So let me tell you.
So all this elevates him, in my opinion.
I had Jason Lockenfor on the podcast today, and he talked about Brees. It's going to take a while. He talked about Brees and 3 franchises. Brees starts with San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay, he becomes the starter. They draft, in effect, Phillip Rivers. They sign Phillip Rivers. Brees hurts his shoulder. He leaves there. If he doesn't leave there and they win a Super Bowl, maybe they build a stadium and they stay in San Diego. He wants to go to Miami.
Yeah.
The doctors say he's damaged goods.
Yeah.
If he goes there and wins a Super Bowl, maybe Nick Saban stays there and never goes to Alabama. He goes to New Orleans. He becomes the greatest football player ever. They do win the Super Bowl.
He's a hero.
So Tom Benson can't move to San Antonio as he wants to do. So in this regard, he's a very, very important figure. Yeah.
He is. Good for him.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Anybody begrudging Drew Brees?
Oh, no.
Anybody saying, I'm tired of Drew Brees?
Oh, no. No.
Not at all.
We moved to the baseball playoffs, specifically the beatdown in the Bronx last night. The Yankees were handed the worst loss in their 395-game playoff history, 16-1 by the hated Red Sox. The game was otherwise noteworthy because Boston's Brock Holt became the first playoff player to ever hit for the cycle, which I couldn't believe.
Unbelievable.
Thousands of games. Wilbon, do you expect any carryover tonight?
No. No, I don't. Huh? No. Momentum, as Earl Weaver once said, next day starting pitcher. So that's the deal. And it's CC Sabathia. So, I don't think there's carryover. I think we start anew. I think baseball, because of that starting pitching, and by the way, it seems that half the clubs now don't even care about starting pitching. They can't wait till they get to the pen in the 4th inning. Yeah. Guys throw 60 pitches now. Managers come out and start doing this. This is insane to me. But no, I'll take the Yankees just to win tonight. I think the Red Sox are going to win in 5. I thought they were going to win in 5. I think it sets up for that.
So I think the Yankees will win tonight as well. I expect Sabathia to call on all the knowledge he's had and go 5 and keep them close. Yeah, and keep them close. He's got to
go longer than that.
5. And keep them close for 5, and then I expect the Yankees to do something. For me, tonight is appointment viewing. I mean, I was thinking about this. Did you get the Yankees and the Red Sox? And they're all alone. What else is out there tonight? Nothing is out there tonight. So you get Judge and you get Stanton and you get Betts and you get Martinez. To me, this feels like, I know it's a night game, but it feels like the late game, the Sunday late CBS or NBC, whoever does the late 4 o'clock game.
I
want to watch it. Fox, I guess
this is much bigger than that. Red Sox Yankees is much bigger than that. It's much more historic. It's been going on 50 years longer than whoever's doing the late NFL game.
30 million people watch
that. It's important. It's the Red Sox and the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. It stands alone. Sorry, not Duke, North Carolina.
No,
I like to make fun of all the Boston, New York people I work with here.
Bigger.
This is as big as it gets in sports. Even bigger in some ways in the World Series because these two might fight each other.
By the way, can I ask you this? Do you think Luis Severino has electricity in his building?
Oh, man.
Because he shows up in the bullpen.
He shows up 8 minutes before all the time.
Really?
You don't believe that? You're not buying that?
No.
You sure?
No, not buying it.
Okay. On their way back to the ALCS, the Houston Astros have some choice words for Major League Baseball and the networks. After sweeping the Indians yesterday, Houston's Alex Bregman, he's got some mouth on him, expressed his annoyance with the Astros playing afternoon games instead of primetime. Quote, does Tiger Woods tee off at 8 a.m.? Does Floyd Mayweather fight the first fight of the night? No. He's the main event, right? So the Astros need to be playing on primetime television, 7 p.m., close quote. Tony, have the network suits been getting it wrong this postseason?
Let me state for the record, I love Alex Bregman. I love Alex Bregman. From his point of view, this is a terrible tragedy because this is a team. They are the reigning champions.
Reigning champs. They got stars.
They won more games this year than last year.
Big stars.
From the network point of view, I tend to agree with the networks. I think that Houston-Cleveland is not nearly the testimonial you just gave to New York. Right.
Dodgers, Braves.
Well,
I
think the Dodgers are a very glamorous team. Now, I won't make the case for Milwaukee and Colorado, but I will say this. If Colorado is at home, you can't play them that early because that's in the 3rd time zone out. You can't start them at 10 in the morning.
As we know, do whatever they want to do.
Let me go back to an Alex Bregman quote from earlier in the year when they had run off about 10 or 12 in a row. Houston.
I'll let you know.
He said, hey, don't tell us when we're playing well. We will let you know. This is a better quote. If Altuve, Springer, and Correa don't go down with injuries, we're looking at the most wins in the history of the game.
No, we sort of sat around the newsroom figuring that out. That wouldn't happen. You have to love his confidence about his team.
Love him.
They got big stars, and he named half of them. They are the number 4 market in America in terms of size. So it's not like the Houston
But they're not
Astros
a
bringing
big
people.
baseball market.
They're not a traditional
Yeah, they're not a
baseball
baseball
market with a
market.
national following. But you know what? When you're playing the ALCS, you're going to be in prime time.
Oh, because it's the Yankees and the Red Sox on
Well,
the
no,
other
you're going
side.
to be in prime time anyway.
There's another part to this. They just got lost in the prop wash of the Red Sox this year. That's what happened to them. Because we both think they're the
Don't
team
you
to
think
beat.
they're going to get their shot at the Red Sox?
Yes.
'Cause I do.
Well, you do. I don't know. Red Sox or Yankees. We turn now to the struggling Philadelphia Eagles. They haven't run the ball much this season. It's going to be hard to run it at all now that Jay Ajayi has a torn ACL. There are reports that Philly is sniffing around LaShawn McCoy in Buffalo and Le'Veon Bell in Pittsburgh. Wilbon, do the Eagles need to make a big move?
Well, only one of those is a big move. Le'Veon Bell would be a big move. You got to give up more to get him right now. Shady McCoy is 30 years old. We got mileage. Now, I think it could fit back there from the locker room football standpoint, but Shady McCoy's got some water under the bridge.
He's got
as they say.
extracurricular. He's got that.
So, I don't know if the Eagles want to take that on, although the Eagles are a us against the world franchise, and they can get Shady McCoy back and figure he, in some ways, is their alpha male. But that's only going to take, what, a 3rd-round pick, a 4th-round pick? That ain't going to take much at 30 to pry Shady loose from
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell's a big deal.
I think, see, if I'm Pittsburgh, I want to get rid of Le'Veon Bell now because I know I can't sign him next year. He's not going to stay. He's going to leave.
But what are you going to get
I can
for him? How much do you want?
See, I think I
want
can
a
extract
first?
something. Well, the Eagles have an owner who's willing to make big moves.
Yeah.
They have a general manager who's pretty good at recognizing talent, and they have need right now. They have need, even though their division stinks. They have need because they're playing for the Super Bowl. They're not playing for 1 and out. So I think they're ready to make a big move.
So can you see them going after Bell?
I can.
If they get Bell, you think it sort of invigorates that room. You think it does. If Bell comes in there ready to play, and I don't know how ready he is to play after not having done anything
but I think he
summer.
reports earlier than he would.
You mean
to the
he wouldn't wait till week 8?
No, I think he would come right in. And I don't know if you agree with this.
In the division.
Wentz in his way, I know he's a bit thinner, but Wentz in his way reminds me of Roethlisberger. He's that kind of quarterback.
He can't take the same kind of shots, Tony. He's taking shots already. Big Ben takes those shots, and guess where he is the next week? He's taking a snap.
Yeah. Let's take a break. Coming up, Tom Brady may be the greatest quarterback in NFL history, but would you rather have Patrick Mahomes this Sunday night?
And Clayton Kershaw is a huge star for the Dodgers, but is Josh Hader of the Brewers the bigger weapon? Josh Hader.
Don't hate.
Pardon the interruption is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you